karena gameplaynya menurut gue lebih konsisten sih.
ग्रुप ए में मुझे जो 3 टीमें टफ लगती है वो एक HQ Esports है, क्योंकि उनके पास इंटरनेशनल और नेशनल एक्सपीरियंस बहुत ज़्यादा है, और उसके साथ ही दूसरे पे किंग ऑफ गेमर, उनके पास भी इंटरनेशनल और नेशनल एक्सपीरियंस काफ़ी ज़्यादा है, और थर्ड पे है GOW, वो भी काफ़ी अच्छा खेलती है।
Mình nghĩ nếu mà đối thủ mình dè chừng nhất là KOG, vì họ nhảy trùng khu của mình là biệt thự ở map thiên đường.
Tim yang terbaik di grupku tim dari SES, KUG sama SISGI. Karena di turnamen sebelumnya mereka menunjukkan performa yang terbaik.
किंग ऑफ गेमर मुझे पर्सनली बहुत पसंद है क्योंकि FFAC के फाइनल में उनका परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छा था, 1 पॉइंट से बताया गया था।
สำหรับผมไม่กลัวทีมไหนสักทีมนะครับ
Pesan gua untuk fans DG ya tetap dukung kita, semoga kita bisa memberikan performa yang maksimal di ajang FFAC nanti.
To our supporters, we will do our best to conquer the group stage to enter in the final stage.
ก็ฝากติดตามทีม King of Gamer Cup ด้วยนะครับผมก็เราก็ฝึกซ้อมกันอย่างหนักเพื่อจะให้ได้ผ่านถึงรอบชิงครับก็ฝากติดตามด้วยนะครับวันที่ 22 นี้ครับ
Mọi người hãy đón chờ màn trình diễn của Gale tại giải châu Á lần này.
Pesan saya buat tim lawan, jangan lupa untuk waspadai tim kami, karena tim kami sangat kompak dalam segi mekanik, dalam mikro dan juga makro.
Mr. 05 hãy đợi tôi ở chung kết.
แล้วก็ฝากถึงฝ่ายตรงข้ามด้วยครับเจอTCGเราหมดตีนะครับของขาว
20 और 21 नवंबर दोपहर 3 बजे से देखें फ्री फायर एशियन चैंपियनशिप 2021 इग्नाइट योर फायर के प्ले-इन्स।
मुझे हमेशा दूसरों से अलग महसूस होता है। जब मैं थक कर अपने बेड पर लेटा था, तब मेरी माँ ने मुझसे आकर कहा, अगर तुम सफलता चाहते हो लियोन, तो पहले से ज्यादा मेहनत करनी होगी। मुझे जल्द ही समझ में आ गया मुझे क्या करना है। लैब में स्पार्क करते करते मेरे दिमाग की बत्ती जल गई। छलांग से पहले मेरी पूरी जिंदगी मुझे दिख गई। यही तो मैं हूँ। मुझे हमेशा इस डंक की भूख थी। मेरी बहन कहती है, लियोन मेरे हीरो हो तुम। पर जब मैं खुद को आईने में देखता हूँ, मुझे बस एक आम आदमी नजर आता है। लेकिन जानते हो, मेरे लिए कुछ भी नामुमकिन नहीं।
What's up survivors? स्वागत है आप सभी का फ्री फायर के एक नए चैप्टर में। मेरा नाम है रंजीत मोहम्मद सीनियर पटेल और मैं हूं आपका होस्ट भूया रे प्रीमियर का। मुझे पता है हर कोई जानना चाहता है लियोन के बारे में, लेकिन मैं इतनी आसानी से हार नहीं मानूंगा। मैं हूं आज का एंटरटेनर और मेरे पास है आप सभी के लिए बहुत ही एक्साइटिंग न्यूज एंड बहुत ही एक्साइटिंग प्राइजेस। और हाँ, मैं इस प्रीमियर शो के एंड तक काफी ज्यादा ड्रॉप्स देते रहूंगा, सो गेट योर्स टू। पर भूलना मत, मेरे पास और भी लेजेंडरी गिफ्ट्स है, तो जल्दी से जाए चैनल के पोल को आंसर कीजिए। मैं देखना चाहता हूं कि कौन सबसे पहले गेस करता है कि भूया डे का सबसे बड़ा प्राइस क्या होगा। और मेरी मदद करने के लिए आई हैव माय फ्रेंड्स हियर जो आपको कुछ लेजेंडरी दिखाने वाले हैं, तो चलिए देखते हैं।
सो हाय गाइस, आई एम प्रमित फ्रॉम गेमर जोन और आज मेरे पास आ चुका है ब्रांड न्यू कैरेक्टर लियोन। और गाइस यहाँ पे मैं इसको देख रहा हूँ और ये एकदम देखने में क्या ही बोला, मतलब पूरा बास्केटबॉल प्लेयर है जैसा यहाँ पे हम लोगों को लोडिंग स्क्रीन के अंदर दिखता था, पूरा वैसा ही है। और साथ ही साथ इसके आंखों से आग निकलता हुआ दिख रहा है जो कि बहुत ही ज़्यादा डेडली लग रहा है। तो गाइस आज हम लोग इसके साथ खेलेंगे भी और देखेंगे गाइस इसका स्किल कैसा है। वैसे यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है कि ये पार सर्वाइव करने के बाद कोई भी कॉम्बैट 30 HP देता है।
भूया डे पे 20 नवंबर को आपको मिलने वाला है लियोन कैरेक्टर। आप लोग देख सकते हो मेरे पास पहले से एक क्यूब है एंड यहाँ पे इसके इमोट्स दिखाऊंगा। तो सबसे पहला ये देख सकते हो इमोट एक है, ठीक है। और इसका जो मेन इमोट है ये है ड्रिबलिंग किंग। इसके पीछे देखना एक बहुत ही प्यारा और अलग तरीके का गाइस, मैंने नहीं देखा है ऐसा बंडल। तो यहाँ पे देखो गाइस, न्यू लेजेंडरी मॉन्स्टर ट्रक।
ये तो मुझे किसी भी एंगल से मॉन्स्टर ट्रक लग ही नहीं रहा है, इतना ओपी है ये वाला देखने में। और साथ ही साथ गाइस लैम्बो का स्किन, ये लैम्बो गाइस एक बार देखो, ऐसा लग रहा है अभी उतर जाए इसको लेके मैदान पे। और क्या ही बोलूं, मतलब देख रहा हो गाइस ये वाला लैम्बो
यार, इसमें तो मजा आ जाएगा गाइस, चला के मैं ट्राई करके भी दिखाऊंगा आपको। नेक्स्ट यहाँ पे हम लोग आपको वेपन दिखाने वाला हूँ और वो है गाइस UMP बूया डे 2021।
ब्लू वाल का स्किन भी देखने के लिए मिल रहा है और ऐसा लग रहा है 2 हाथ मिलके पकड़ा हुआ है ऑलरेडी इस ब्लू वाल।
तो गाइस अभी हम लोग लॉबी में आ चुके हैं और यहाँ पे देखो गाइस बहुत प्यारा दिखते है।
ओहो क्या ही यहाँ पे हेड लगा इस UMP के साथ। और देख सकते हो गाइस हाथ में UMP के साथ ये कॉस्ट्यूम, ऐसा लग रहा है पूरा एकदम जुड़वा भाई जैसा है, पूरा साथ में मैच हो चुका है, देख सकते हो। और UMP के साथ क्या ही एकदम ओपी वाला हेड लगा है। सो ये रहा हमारा न्यू इवोल्यूशन वाला UMP,
द लेजेंडरी UMP। अभी तक करते हैं हेडशॉट। आई देख रहे हो कितनी प्यारी UMP यार, बूया। सो गाइस यहाँ पे फाइनली स्पोर्ट्स कार मिल चुका है मुझे। और देख रहे हो स्पीड बहुत ज्यादा है यार, दिख रहा है गाइस, देख रहे हो बहुत तगड़ा है, बहुत तगड़ा है।
इसी बीच में एक एनिमी दिख चुका है। और गाइस यहाँ पे जो एनिमी आया था मुझे मारने के लिए, वही मेरे को UMP देके गया।
और एबिलिटी एकदम तगड़ा है यार, मतलब अगर मेरे को मेडकिट लगाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, मैं किसी भी बंदे को यहाँ पे एलिमिनेट कर दूंगा, उसको मार दूंगा और मेरी HP ऐसी ही बढ़ गई। मतलब मुझे मेडकिट मारने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है।
तो यहाँ पे ये एनिमी गया दूर, एक और एनिमी हम लोगों को देखने के लिए मिल रहा है। अब बस इस गेम को करना है बूया।
देखो मैंने तो पहले ही कहा था कि मैं बिल्कुल तैयार हूं बूया डे को बहुत ज्यादा स्पेशल बनाने के लिए, तो आप अपने ड्रॉप्स लेना भूलना मत। मैं आपको जल्दी बताऊंगा स्पेशल प्राइजेस के बारे में एंड दैट विल बी माय फाइनल ब्लो। पर उसके पहले लियोन के सामने बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है, स्कल किंग वापस आ चुका है, तो चलिए देखते हैं, लेकिन इस छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद।
Are you missing all your shots? Are you always the first one who dies? Is your grandma having more booyahs than you?
Get our new Booyah Day collection and play like a real pro! Load your Booyah dice alongside the map, then go to Booyah Day event tab in your lobby. And join the Booyah mini game to test your luck to get as much Booyah tokens as you can! Now that you have so many Booyah tokens, you can redeem the new deadly Booyah Day items in the mystery shop, such as grenades, glue balls, Evo gun, and of course the legendary costume! Take your chance to be the MVP of your family and collect victories! Access the Booyah Day event now!
Booyah!
What is this place? Too quiet. Maybe not. I was expecting a warmer welcome.
Your fame is justified after all.
Give me a reason not to blow your brains out.
You are a king without a crown. And I am a queen with an arsenal. You seek fame, but I don't mind being hidden in the mist. Bring me the legendary suit, and in return you will have fortune and respect as a true hero hunter. What do you say?
सो गाइस अभी वीडियो खत्म नहीं हुआ है, यहाँ पे आपके लिए 2 और मेरे पास स्किन्स है।
और गाइस देखो क्या ही खतरनाक लग रहा है ना भाई, बहुत ही ज्यादा खतरनाक लग रही है ये मिस क्वीन देखने में।
ये है मिस क्वीन एंड इसके साथ इसकी जो पार्टनर है उसको भी मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ और आपको दोनों का बहुत ही तगड़ा बंडल दिखाता हूँ।
चलो सामने एक एनिमी आ चुका है, इसको हम लोग मारते हैं। सो एक हेडशॉट के साथ ये एनिमी नॉक। मिस क्वीन का कॉस्ट्यूम तो लाजवाब है और जलवा भी दिखा रहा है अपना। पहला एक किल एकदम हेडशॉट के साथ। तो चलो दूसरे को फिर मारते हैं। ये क्या देख रहा हूँ मैं भाई, ये क्या है?
न्यू स्कल किंग एक अलग ही न्यू अवतार में। आपने पुराना स्कल का बंडल देखा होगा, लेकिन ये एक न्यू अमेजिंग वे में गाइस तगड़ा वाला नया है यहाँ पे। और भाई बहुत ही कमाल का बंडल है, देख रहे हैं इसका जो न्यू एकदम अवतार है फेस पे बहुत तगड़ा बनाया है। तो चलो फटाफट बुया लेते हैं हम लोग। तो चलो बंदे यहाँ पे आ चुके, चलो गेमिंग का खत्म करते हैं। ये रहा भाई हेडशॉट,
जैसे आपका एनिमी नॉक हुआ तुरंत हेल्थ मिल जा रहा है।
डैमेज दिया मैंने, उसको खत्म किया। और देखो मेरा यहाँ पे देख रहे हो एचपी कैसे इंक्रीज हो रहा है, 60 हो गया।
वाह, स्कल किंग को तो क्वीन भी मिल गई और दोनों फाइट के लिए है तैयार। मानना पड़ेगा नए कॉस्ट्यूम्स क्या शानदार लग रहे हैं। आपको क्या लगता है, क्या स्कल किंग लियोन को हरा पाएगा? आखिरी फाइट का वक्त आ चुका है।
यकीन नहीं हो रहा कि हम हयातो को देखेंगे। क्या वो बुशीडो स्किल यूज करेगा या फिर डुअल स्वॉर्ड अटैक
या लेजेंडरी आउटफिट का?
इससे बेहतर आज तक कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है। मेरा बलून! तुम हीरो बन सकते हो लियोन। तुम फास्ट और स्ट्रांग और एक टोटल रोबोटिक्स जीनियस हो।
तुम बहुत प्यारी हो सिस, पर ये लोग तो मेगा स्टार्स है, मैं तो बस मैं हूँ। क्या शॉट मारा है! गेम में बस अब 3 ही बचे हैं।
अरे नहीं, हयातो तो अकेला है।
और देखो उसके पास मौका है। टीम हयातो जीत गई।
एक और प्लेयर चाहिए, पर मुझे डर है कि मेरा फ्रेंड फेयर नहीं खेलता। मुझे वो सूट लाकर दो।
हमें मदद करनी होगी।
ये सब प्रोस पे छोड़ दो अमली। अमली नहीं, तुम ठीक हो? लगी तो नहीं?
सूट है, उसे एलिमिनेट करो।
हे न्यू गाय, कुछ मदद चाहिए? हे ये लो।
देखा तुमने? अमली, अमली कहाँ हो तुम? अमली
मुझे वो सूट दो अभी।
रुको रुको, देता हूँ। बस उसे जाने दो।
नहीं लियोन, ऐसा मत करो।
हे,
अब तुम नहीं बचोगे बोनी फेस।
नहीं।
तुम कमाल के हो यार।
हयातो, तुमने मेरे भाई को देखा, वो बहुत ही शानदार था।
शायद औरों ने भी उसे देखा।
तो मेगा स्टार, अब क्या कहना चाहोगे?
बूया!
Well, ये तो मानना पड़ेगा कि अपना लियोन इस लेजेंडरी कॉस्ट्यूम में गजब ही लग रहा है और अपना ऐसे हीरो के सामने कोई भी चांस नहीं है। पर ठीक है, क्योंकि बुया डे के दिन आप लोग हो द रियल विनर्स। जी हाँ, आप लोग सर्वाइवर्स। इस लेजेंडरी कलेक्शन के अलावा आप सभी को मिल रहा है लियोन फॉर फ्री। जी हाँ, बिल्कुल सही सुना, फॉर फ्री। 20 नवंबर को आपको सिर्फ यही करना है कि 20 तारीख को फ्री फायर में लॉग इन करना है और लियोन को सिलेक्ट करना है। अभी तो और भी है, जल्दी से जाके चैनल लूट ड्रॉप को चेक कीजिए। हमारे नए ग्लू वॉल्स का लिमिटेड ड्रॉप आने वाला है अभी। कुछ लकी विनर्स को डायरेक्टली गेम के अंदर दिया जाएगा लेजेंडरी कॉस्ट्यूम, तो जल्दी से जाके चेक कीजिए कि आपको वो लेजेंडरी कॉस्ट्यूम मिला या नहीं। और मेरे साथ बुया डे का शो देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मिलते हैं फिर फ्री फायर में।
और देखो ये रहा बंदा भाग रहा है, अभी तक करते हैं हेडशॉट।
क्या लुक है देखो गाइस, इसका ऑसम लग रहा है, जस्ट ऑसम। ये क्या देख रहा हूँ मैं भाई, ये क्या है?
हम ये बताते हुए बहुत एक्साइटेड हैं कि इस साल नवंबर में खास तौर पर एशिया रीजन के लिए एक टूर्नामेंट लेकर आ रहे हैं, फ्री फायर एशिया चैंपियनशिप, जिसमें एशिया की टॉप लोकल टीम्स हिस्सा लेंगी। 7 रीजनल लीग्स की कुल 31 टॉप प्रो टीम्स ये जानने के लिए एक दूसरे से भिड़ेंगी कि एशिया में सबसे बेस्ट कौन है। वियतनाम, थाईलैंड और इंडोनेशिया हर एक को इस कंपटीशन में 5 स्लॉट मिलेंगे, जबकि भारत, पाकिस्तान, चीनी ताइपे और मलेशिया, कंबोडिया, फिलीपींस रीजन में से हर एक को 4 स्लॉट मिलेंगे। फ्री फायर एशिया चैंपियनशिप बैटल रॉयल मोड में पूरी तरह से ऑनलाइन और 2 फेज में आयोजित की जाएगी, प्ले इन और ग्रैंड फाइनल। 7 लोकल चैंपियन सीधे ग्रैंड फाइनल के लिए क्वालिफाई करेंगे और बाकी 5 बचे स्पॉट के लिए प्ले इन में मुकाबला करेंगे। प्ले इन में ड्रॉ की मदद से 24 टीमों को 2 ग्रुप ए और बी में बांटा जाएगा। हर ग्रुप में प्रत्येक रीजनल लीग से कम 1 और ज्यादा से ज्यादा 2 टीमें होंगी। ग्रुप ए के मैच 20 नवंबर को और ग्रुप बी के मैच 21 नवंबर को होंगे। टीम्स 6 राउंड में 3 मैप बर्म्यूडा, पर्गेटरी एंड कालाहारी पर एक दूसरे से मुकाबला करेंगी। ग्रुप ए और बी से पहली और दूसरी सीड फाइनल स्टेज में आगे बढ़ेंगी। आखिरी स्लॉट ग्रुप ए या ग्रुप बी में से किसी एक टीम को दिया जाएगा, जो कि प्ले इन्स के टोटल पॉइंट्स के हिसाब से तय होगा। फाइनल 28 नवंबर को होगा, जहां प्ले इन की 5 टीम्स एशिया के बेस्ट फ्री फायर स्क्वाड के खिताब के लिए 7 लोकल चैंपियन से भिड़ेंगी। 12 फाइनलिस्ट उपलब्ध 3 मैप्स पर 7 राउंड में एक दूसरे का सामना करेंगे, जिसमें आखिरी मैप रैंडम रूप से चुना जाएगा। ताज़ा खबरों के लिए हमारे YouTube चैनल पर बने रहें और हम जल्द ही आपसे मिलेंगे।
Hello mọi người, mình là Cấm Đêm, mình đến từ đội tuyển Bird Sky. Mình thường hay chơi ở vị trí tăng cơ và 2 khẩu súng yêu thích nhất của mình là chim cỡ kiếm và M1887. Chào mừng mọi người đến với series thao tác tay cùng tuyển thủ.
20 और 21 नवंबर दोपहर 3:30 बजे से देखें फ्री फायर एशियन चैंपियनशिप 2021 इग्नाइट योर फायर के प्ले-इन्स।
Menurut gua 3 negara yang kuat tuh ada Thailand, Vietnam, sama Malaysia karena mereka semua disiplin.
FFAC là sân chơi của Việt Nam, Thái Lan và Indo. Các nước còn lại không quan tâm.
अगर बेस्ट 3 घंटे की बात बोलूँ मैं एशिया चैम्पियनशिप में तो एक थाईलैंड हो गई, एक अपनी वियतनाम हो गई, इंडोनेशिया हो गई, क्योंकि बिकॉज यहाँ की टीमें वर्ल्ड चैंपियन भी रह चुकी हैं और काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस है। तो that's why.
Theo mình, 3 quốc gia mạnh nhất đó là Thái Lan, Indo và Việt Nam. Thì Thái Lan và Indo đã từng vô địch thế giới.
ประเทศที่1ก็ไทยครับประเทศที่2ก็ไทย3ก็ไทยครับ
थाईलैंड, वियतनाम और फिलीपींस मुझे साफ बहुत पर्सनली पसंद है। थाईलैंड से किंग ऑफ गेमर और वियतनाम से HQ Esports।
คิดว่ามีทีมไทยกี่ทีมเข้าสู่รอบไฟนอลหรอครับผมคิดว่าทีมไทยทุกทีมมีโอกาสเข้ารอบไฟนอลหมดเลยครับอยู่ที่จังหวะแล้วก็ทามมิ่งครับ
ทั้งหมด 5 ทีมครับทีมยืนไปแล้ว1ทีมเพราะว่าทีมไทยเก่งทุกทีมครับ
Menurut aku Thailand pantas mendapatkan 5 slot tersebut karena mereka menjuarai di turnamen sebelumnya.
Mình nghĩ là không, vì chưa chắc biết được điều gì. Tại vì ở chung kết thế giới thì đã có một đội tuyển ở Thái Lan rất là mạnh và họ đã bị gớt lại khỏi chung kết.
मुझे नहीं लगता FFAC के फाइनल में थाईलैंड की 5 टीमें होगी।
कवर करना जरूरी है, लेकिन यहाँ पर ग्रेनेड काम आएगा। बिल्कुल काम आया, डाउन किया Chira with a grenade. Team there shut down. Team out of the
Menurut gue sendiri tim Indonesia yang akan lolos itu insya Allah 5-5-nya bisa lolos karena udah ketahuan dari meta kita dan tim Indonesia emang kuat banget.
Việt Nam sẽ có 3 đội tham dự vào chung kết. Gao và Heavy sẽ đi tiếp. HQ và Box không có cửa.
Vị trí của Mr. 07 đang rong ruổi chiếc xe và mục tiêu anh ta hướng tới là Bird the Sky. Phía này Bell đang lọt vào tầm ngắm. Góc cua này đâm được Bell và tiếp tục dí theo Mr. 07 đang có tầm bắn là quá tốt. Bật ảo quang hồ mạnh chui ra giữa đội hình của Bird the Sky và không có bất kỳ một cửa nào dành cho DQS cùng với Cassin có thể tiến công vào vòng bo. Cả Mr. 07 ném thêm một quả đầu đạn và đó là quét sạch Bird the...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Free Fire Asia Championship 2021. And here we are for Plains Day 2 to fulfill the empty slot of Grand Finals list. And there are a total of 3 slots remaining. I am Star Tanya. Alongside me is Crips. Crips, what are your expectations for the day?
Honestly, I do not know what to expect. Yesterday, we saw some really good performances from both King of Gamers Club and HQ Esports, but only one of them qualified. King of Gamers Club did not qualify even after winning 2 Booyahs. So, if that can go wrong, I don't know what else to expect today. That's the beauty of Free Fire. It's unpredictable and it's unadulterated chaos.
Absolutely. And talking about yesterday, we definitely saw Team HQ with a total of 3-digit figure. And so certainly if I had to show up my expectations, I'm expecting once again some team to cross that barrier, cross that marker and achieve the grand final slot the same way, same dynamic pattern, because there was no other team into the close range as well. So I would definitely want to see that sort of a performances. We have got 2 qualifiers yesterday, one coming in from Vietnam, one coming in from Thailand. Let's see, are they going to get repetitive, or we are going to get new names of the country to join in the grand finals for the day?
Yeah, even I hope so. I mean, the teams that qualified from yesterday really put Vietnam and Thailand up on a pedestal. So I'm kind of expecting the country teams from both those countries also to perform well today.
Absolutely. Even I do expect that the performances from all the countries should be on point, because here we are not to find the champion. Here we are to find out champion out of the champions, 7 nation owning the title of champions already and now competing against each other. But for the Plains, they were very close to reaching the title, but unfortunately could not. Still, they have got the opportunity to not only get the title for their own country, but for the entire Asia region. So let's see which that team is going to be, because that is yet to be decided into grand finals. Here we are to exactly know about who is going to qualify. So ladies and gentlemen, we have already given you a small brief tournament timeline. Yesterday was Plains Day 1, today it is Plains Day 2, and grand final is going to be on November 20th.
Yeah, just the last day of the play-ins, and we are very close to finding out who the finalists are. We already have 7 finalists. The 3 remaining ones will be decided today, and this is the last day of the play-ins. Only 6 maps today, which means all the teams will have to give it their all. Everything that they have worked so hard for boils down to today, and they've been working hard for months. I mean, we started with the regional championships, then we moved on to the national championships, and now those national championships get you to the Asia Championship. It's been a long, lengthy journey. Some of these teams have worked really, really hard, and this is what they had been working for. $400,000 on the line. The winner gets 80,000, and if you even make it to the finals, even if you just enter and you finish dead last, you will still get at least $10,000 to carry back home. And of course, there's special prizes for the MVPs as well.
Absolutely. So nobody goes empty-handed. Everybody has got something to take with them, alongside a lot of fame for sure. They have got some prize pool as well. But ultimately, we are always going to remember the number 1 team and the lion's share. The biggest piece of the cake is going to go towards the number 1, towards the title owner. That we'll get to know on 28th of November. But ultimately, it is one of the most premier tournament by far in the history of Free Fire for Asian regions. And today, the teams who are participating from Group B is Evo's Phoenix Force, and alongside that we can see Do Easy, PVS Gaming Esports, Total Gaming Esports, Original Player, 4X Men Expert, GPX, Heavy, Box Gaming, House of Blood, CGGGG, and the Pillars of Gladius. So we have got one team from Thailand, 2 from India, 1 from Taiwan, 2 from MCP, 2 from Vietnam, 1 from Pakistan, 2 from Indonesia as well.
Well, yeah, definitely. We have a really beautiful mix over here of all the teams from all the lovely countries over there. But I'm kind of expecting EVO's Phoenix Force to do really well. It's been a little bumpy ride for them. They were the ones who got the World Series title, right? So they also have a little bit of hope riding alongside them to win the repeat championship. And the only way they can win the championship is by getting points. You know the standard point system. If you've been following Free Fire for some time, you know that the Booyah gets you 12 points, If you finish second, you get 9 points. If you finish third, you get 8, so on and so forth up until the 10th race, and you get 1 point per kill. Now, getting back to the teams, EVOS Phoenix was one of the champion teams, and unfortunately they did not qualify directly into the finals, so they have to go via the play-ins. Now, it is surprising to see this team in the play-ins, but hey, it is just going to make the competition even more intense and even more exciting.
It is going to be very, very exciting in terms of Group B, because if you also talk about Thailand, and now let's head towards team of Pakistan, which is House of Blood. That is also an element of surprise, that a team like House of Blood is not qualifying immediately, but indeed through the plains, because they have been a very aggressive team belonging to their very own nation. And now coming back to Indian teams, Total Gaming and PVS. Total Gaming does have some titles to work out with. PVS is a new in circuit, and being through qualifying through planes should be one of the biggest achievement. And if we talk about Vietnam Box Gaming as well as Heavy, I would expect something better coming in from Heavy.
Yeah, Heavy are the kind of team that rotate really quickly, so I think they should be able to get into those crucial positions really nicely. Box Gaming, on the other hand, have quite a lot of firepower. I want to see them translate that into success over here, both in terms of kills and placement points. But with ex-champions and ex-international experience wielding teams are present in the lobby, then some of the fresher teams might just face some trouble. And I want to see if the freshers can really keep up with the veterans. That's the real objective over here. And that will be the one thing that decides what this tournament will look like, whether it will be full of young blood teams or it will be full of old people who have been trying at this game for very, very long. And they have only 6 games to prove themselves. It's Bermuda, Kalahari, and Purgatory. And then we repeat the same process once again all over the place.
Once again, the cycle is going to repeat. And the point that you just said, that is it going to be the name for the old teams who are into the circuit, who have got a lot of experience, or is it going to be totally young blood, young name, new names? And that is going to be a tough competition. It is a young people, new people with no experience, not into the international circuit for sure. And the teams who have got a lot of, they do have an upper hand, perhaps. If you are playing international tournaments quite too often, you do get that upper hand. But ultimately, the teams who have come through the qualification process, nevertheless, they are also equally hard to compete. So it is going to be almost fight of the equals. And if you have a look at Team GPX from Indonesia, we can see 18 Deer, DVIT, 000, Justin, and other 2 players. The Pillars have also got 5 players: Ian, Maiputra, Ibuse, Hum XT, and Selfzy.
Yep, and now moving on to PVS Gaming from India. They have, of course, PVS Gaming himself, his teammates Rohit, Ego, Shiv, and Yogi. Of these, Ego was one of the MVPs of FFAC. And speaking of FFAC, here's the champions of the yesteryears: Ansh, Delete, Fauzi Ajay, Mafia Bala, and Pudijat, who's one of the newer members of the team.
We are here for Do Easy coming in from MCP region, 4Y1D, Bazets, and other 3 players as well. Next, we are here for 4X-Men, where we can see GOQUU, UOU, Jibet, Logan, Maru, Rebel, Spade. And next comes House of Blood, Danny, Sami, Kai, Mimi, Hogo. Kai would be the player to watch out for, as well as Danny, because we have seen them going overboard and being very supportive for their team. And now comes EVOS Phoenix Force, one of the strongest team playing through the planes, the Cruz, Rambo, Joanna, DeLong, and Moshi.
Yeah, Rambo was not a part of the team up until a few months ago, but he joined the team once again recently to make the World Championship team come through again. And then, of course, we have CGGG from Thailand as well. One of the underdogs, but also great expectations from them. We have OG player from Chinese Taipei. They have Angu, Zeng, Kane, Yobo, and N, a man with a single letter. And to finish things off, we have Heavy from Vietnam with Fudai, Kim Chon, Ban, Panda, and Tien. Of course, they are also one of the heavy hitters alongside Box Gaming from Vietnam. These 2 teams from Vietnam can definitely wreak some havoc. The God X2, Ryuk, Reno, Pink, and yeah.
And if you just compare local teams here, we can clearly see Phoenix Force versus Heavy, and definitely Phoenix Force has got an average higher headshot ratio. But if you have a look at kills, the team Heavy has got a little extra kills, and average damage is totally extra into the hands of Phoenix Force. And comparing the booyahs altogether, Heavy has got total of 2 booyahs, whereas Phoenix Force has got only 1 booyah. But for the final ranking, it has to be 4th rank for the Heavy and the 2nd rank for Phoenix Forces. Average headshots, average kills, it is a player to player comparison coming in. It is going to be Ban versus the Cruise.
Yeah, Barn versus the Cruise is like a battle of the MVPs. Now, honestly, when it comes down to these two players, the stats do not matter because both these players have been the heavy hitters, no pun intended. They are the ones who carry their team. The Cruise has obviously been a part of EVOS Phoenix Force since last year. Another player from EVOS Phoenix that you need to keep your eyes on is Rambo, who recently joined the team once again. Now we move on to CGGG versus House of Bloods. According to the storylines, House of Blood is the best team from Pakistan, but this time around they lost out to Hotshot Esports, and House of Blood is now in the play-ins, even though they were one of the teams from the finals which took place in FFCS last year. CGGG, on the other hand, by Thai standards, they are considered to be an underdog. But if you compare those players individually, all of those players shine really, really bright. So these storylines are pretty spicy. We have some teams from Thailand who might be considered underdogs, but they are almost as good as some of the South Asian teams over here. The competition has never been more intense, and all the regions, all the best players from those regions, they will all be put to the test today.
Absolutely, it is going to be the test of the best, who is going to outshine, who is going to show their overpowering skills. Because over here, it is not just within the nations you have to battle, you have to join the total of 7 nations and prove your existence. It is not going to be any easier. It is only a 2-day procedure to go towards the grand finals. 2 slot fulfilled, 3 more to go. Let's see if the 5th one is going to go from Group A or Group B. Ultimately, that is how the deciding factor is going to be, because for sure 2 teams coming in from Group A, 2 teams coming in from Group B, but which group is more dominating, that is also going to show us how the 5th slot is full for the grand finals.
Exactly, that's a little bit of uncertainty. Of course, if you get in the top 2 of your particular groups, you will be qualifying for sure. But then there is a small chance that Supreme Assault Forces from yesterday also might qualify, or maybe it could be the 3rd best team today that makes it through to the finals. 7 teams from 7 different regions, competitive regions, are already in the finals, and 5 more teams will join them. We already know 2 of them. They happen to be HQ Esports and Suzuki Raiders. We will find out the other 3 today. Tanya, do you have any guesses on who those 3 could be? Even at least one of them, maybe?
First of all, I think it has to be Phoenix Forces. We have seen them going overboard, performing very well, so one of the easiest pick is going to be Phoenix Forces. But apart from that, I also have some expectations coming in from Team Heavy that we already talked about, because the player Fudai is one of the player to watch out for. He is the master of clutches for his team, so we can expect him showing some true colors of his own natural play set and help his team to qualify. Apart from that, if we talk about India region, Team PVS, though new to the circuit of international standards or within the nation, they did outshine into their very own region. But if we talk about Pakistani segment, I would say House of Blood has also got a very good chance. Even if they are not qualifying, House of Blood shall be seen in top 5.
Well, let's hope so. I honestly think that Box Gaming also have a decent chance, but only if their rotations are on point. That's one thing that they might struggle with. If I talk about teams like Do Easy, I don't have any information on them. Do Easy is also one of the underdogs. So them and CGGG are kind of on the same boat over here. In their regional tournaments, they were one of the new teams, but here they are one of the top dogs. So let's see what's going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go live with game number 1. We are live on Bermuda. The plane takes off from Bullseye, goes all the way down towards Mars Electric. Tanya, will you do the honors and tell us where these players are dropping?
Absolutely. The flight path is almost centralized, so early battles should not be expected. The spread out should be smooth at least, and no team would want to go ahead and crash land in such a premier tournament. If you have a look at House of Blood, they are heading towards Plantation. Two players are left behind. That is initiating with the split of 50-50. But have a look at PVS. Through the mini-map on the grounds of Peak, we can literally see a total of 3 teams jumping here. We can expect an early brawl.
Oh, an early brawl. I love one of those. Peak was always going to be one of the highly contested areas, but I'm so glad to see that PVS Gaming are not hesitating dropping into one of the sweatiest and one of the most dangerous regions on the map. Peak has always been one of the most highly contested areas, right? It's like an ego statement if you drop over there. And even though PVS are one of the newer teams on the block, I'm surprised to see that they don't really hesitate. I hope they can keep this confidence up.
And if we have a look at Team Total Gaming right now, they are into the entire split and not going for their very own drop. That is Mill. They are near to the river side. Nobody is sharing the grounds, and this is the exact time where they can go ahead, get the best of loot, have the choice of weapons, and then maybe go for the rotations and win it out flawlessly. But is it going to be any flawless? The question is, for now, everything looks sound. Not for so long. Two players have spotted an entire team taking the rotation from the river sides towards the right direction, and we can see it is going to be Team DE. That is why Mill was abandoned. They had that intel that they can expect an early battle, they can expect the crash landing, which was supposed to be avoided. And if we have a look at PVS as well, Crips, we can literally see the team landing with the team OGP for on Peak, moving towards Keratin. So for now, one thing is for sure, nobody wants to go ahead and get the early battle, early picks, early knocks, early rounds, early kills.
Yeah, and that's surprising. Yesterday, we had 5 mutants and God of Wolf fighting each other on Peak all the time. Like, they were fighting each other right from the start. In fact, not just in Peak, they even fought each other in Brasilia and in Kalahari towards their drop locations. And there were plenty of early game fights yesterday. I mean, in minute 1, we could see that there were either 10 or 9 teams alive. Of course, after that, the game slowed down. Everyone started to stay alive a lot longer than that, and then people only killed each other after the 4th circle. But there were some of the other teams who are dying at minute 0. Today, we have none of that. We don't even have a single knock. So that kind of tells you everything you need to know about the lobby today. Everyone's being extremely careful. But original player, that's what happens when you're at Peak. Someone or the other will run into you. CGGG inching closer and closer to them. OPG have the higher ground, but somehow Ango hasn't even started firing yet. Half his HP is lost. Chrono Shield destroyed. He only has to rely on his blue walls right now. And with the shotgun, Haley will pre-fire him. Instant kill confirm, and we have first blood.
It was not an early first blood, but certainly it was coming in from Team OGP. Now first CGG has got one frag for sure. Darren was taken down, immediately revived. The team that was supposed to be underdog is able to get the first pick into the very first match of the international tournament. That is something already achieved. Now they've got an man-to-man advantage. With that advantage, would they want to just push it in? Because it has been like almost 2 minutes here. They might be having some health kits to work out with. Not for Darren. Darren just healed himself up by switching. Not much of healings to work out with, Crips. Now this is a little risky. Once you are lowered down in terms of HP, then there's nothing that is coming back. 3 versus 4. Team OG players are just returning, going back foot, not wanting to lose any players furthermore. But Total Gaming here coming into the action and are able to take down Saya here, and the kill confirmed. It is going to be Mafia Bala to get the first pick for his team.
Mafia Bala showing his true colors. He does get 1 kill, confirms it as well. So while this fight is going on in Peak between 2Easy and Total Gaming, the other fight between Original Player and CGG has started on Peak. Now, I might have said that this lobby is going to be very safe, at least in the first few circles. I was wrong. Early fights do begin, but we still don't have a team elimination. Yes, some players have died, some kills have been confirmed here and there, but 12 squads still intact. Too Easy now reduced to a 3-man roster. Betez climbing up the hill. Fozier just spotted him, but he still doesn't want to fight him. Maybe he's given away that information to the teammates on high ground, and hopefully they can intercept him. So that's Total Gaming, one of the Indian teams in danger. But the other Indian team, PBS Gaming, they are safe inside Cape Town. Nobody else is going to hunt them out. Oh, what?
Nope.
OPGN is over here? Wasn't his team fighting all the way in peak? Oh, that's weird.
One player quite too far away, just in case he is caught, then there comes no revival. On the do easy, losing one player against Total Gaming. They want to make sure they save their 3 players, not go for the battle furthermore on the grounds of Carrollton from Mill until here. We did see that Total Gaming's usual drop point is supposed to be Mill, where they did not land, went ahead towards Riverside, coming back to Mill, and now they are owning it. They have made sure that the easy team just chases out of the way. Coming back to Team Heavy right now on the bridge, not sharing the grounds with anyone, but we do see on the other side of the bridge there is some vehicular movement. That is what exactly they are trying to spot it out, and that team is none other than Team PVS, the team who did decide to land on peak now with the rotation on the grounds of Cape Town, and the Team Heavy wants to go ahead, pick this battle because you can see Fodai making its move, and he want to make sure to pick up this battle, and he is looking a little confident that he might win this battle as well.
But they're taking it nice and slowly. Their teammates who are far behind with the Jeep, they're going to go towards the left-hand side, whereas the others are staying towards the right. This might be a bait setup. Panda, he's looking to scout ahead and maybe chart a safe path for his team. Kim Chon, following behind him, will follow that same route which Panda has cleared, and hopefully then Team Heavy can get into the circle without any problems. Panda recognizes there's no threats. One of his teammates is on a bike, so Panda will turn around again and pick up one of his teammates, and he can give them a lift in his Jeep. Whereas the others, PBS Gaming, they are also getting out of Cape Town. They have